Alex de Minaur vs James Duckworth preview. After a first-round bye, third seed Alex de Minaur will lock horns with fellow Australian James Duckworth in the second round of the Atlanta Open on Thursday. De Minaur enjoyed considerable success on the hard courts at the start of the season and will be looking to repeat his exploits on the surface once again. The 23-year-old won 2 of his ATP Cup group ties. He then advanced to the fourth round of the Australian Open for the first time in his career. De Minaur reached the quarterfinals of the Rotterdam Open after that. He suffered an early exit from the Dubai Tennis Championships, going down to Karen Khachanov in the first round. The Australian then made it to the fourth round of the Indian Wells Open, losing to eventual champion Taylor Fritz. This was followed by a third-round exit from the Miami Open. De Minaur is a former Atlanta Open champion, winning the title in 2019. He'll be looking to enter the winner's circle once again this year. James Duckworth was up against qualifier Dominic Koepfer in the first round. The Australian needed to save 3 break points in the very first game of the opening set. But once he managed to hold serve, he didn't look back as he raced to a 5-0 lead. After a hold of serve by his opponent, the 30-year-old easily served out the set. The second set was more evenly contested. The duo exchanged breaks midway through the set and remained on serve otherwise. With Duckworth serving to stay in the set at 6-5, Koepfer held a couple of set points but failed to capitalize on them. Nevertheless, the German emerged on top in the tie-break to take the match to a decider. Duckworth snagged an early break to lead 3-0 in the final set. He didn't squander this advantage and eventually won the match 6-1, 6-7, 5, 6-3. This was his first victory on hard courts this year. Alex de Minaur vs James Duckworth head-to-head. The compatriots have never faced off on tour prior to this, so the head-to-head is deadlocked at 0-0 for now. Alex de Minaur vs James Duckworth prediction. Duckworth's first-round win over Koepfer was just his third victory of the season. Considering his dire form, de Minaur will be the heavy favorite to win this encounter. Duckworth hit 8 aces and won an impressive 81% of his first serve points against Koepfer. If he replicates these stats against de Minaur as well, he might have a chance of winning. The 30-year-old hits his ground strokes with decent depth, and thus pins his opponents behind the baseline. However, his level fluctuates far too much in between matches. De Minaur, on his part, is known for his consistency. His speed and footwork usually allow him to prolong the rallies until they ultimately turn in his favor. He's got an 11-6 record on hard courts this year, which is much better compared to his opponent. Duckworth has struggled for the better part of the year and it's hard to see him finding his range just in time to upstage a top player. De Minaur should be able to handle whatever his opponent throws at him and advance to the next round. Pick Alex de Minaur to win in straight sets.